I'm not running for president just to talk about making real structural change. I'm serious about getting it done. And part of getting it done means waking up to the reality of the United States Senate. Last year, the Senate passed a bill that would make lynching a federal crime. Last year, 2018. Do you know when the first bill to make lynching a federal crime was introduced? 1918. 100 years ago. And it nearly became the law back then. It passed the House in 1922, but it got killed in the Senate by a filibuster. And then it got killed again, and again, and again. More than 200 times. An entire century of obstruction because a small group of racists stopped this entire nation from doing what is right. For generations, the filibuster was used as a tool to block progress on racial justice. And in recent years, it's been used by the far right as a tool to block progress on everything. I've only served one term in the Senate, but I've seen what's happened. We all saw what they did to President Obama. I've watched the Republicans abuse the rules when they're out of power and then turn around and blow off the rules when they're in power. We saw it happen again just this week. Republicans spent years exploiting the rules to slow down or block President Obama's mainstream judges and executive nominees. But now that they're in power, they are unilaterally changing those rules to speed them up and run through President Trump's extremist nominees. So let me be as clear as I can about this. When Democrats next have power, we should be bold. We are done with two sets of rules, one for the Republicans and one for the Democrats. And that means when the Democrats have the White House again, if Mitch McConnell tries to do what he did to President Obama and put small-minded partisanship ahead of solving the massive problems in this country, then we should get rid of the filibuster. We can't sit around for 100 years while the rich and powerful get richer and more powerful, and everyone else falls further behind. We can't sit around for 100 years while climate change destroys this planet. We can't sit around for 100 years while corruption pervades every nook and cranny of Washington. And we can't sit around for another 100 years while too much of a child's fate in life still rests on the color of their skin. Enough with that. When we win this election, we will make the changes that we need to make in this country.